We are here at shul.com at the podcast, and we are reading from the Kunteras, Ahavat Yisrael of the Hafetz Hayim. It's a very small book. I picked this up in Brooklyn. We've done the last two chapters. We are on Perek Gimel, and let's begin. Here he's going to tell you what causes sinat chinam in people. Now, נבאר הסיבות הגורמות לשנאת חינם. הנה, עיקר השנאה מצויה בינינו, היא באה על ידי סיבות אחדות, ונבארן פה אחת אחד. He says, I'm going to give you the lists of reasons why people hate each other. ראשית לכל, the first, הגורמת לעוון זה הקנאה. The first thing that he says is jealousy, and I'm going to highlight this one. He says that the reason why people hate one another is they're jealous that the other person has something that they don't. שמקנא האדם בחברו על עניינים שונים מכאשר נבאר. There's a person who has jealousy. Sometimes you're jealous of someone because he has wealth, financial, or nechasim, things that he owns, and that is the cause of the jealousy. And everything that this guy does, he's just successful at. He says, people look at him and they're jealous of what he has, what he's able to do, and that causes them to be jealous, and the jealous causes the hate. Bet. Sometimes there could be an individual who's a craftsman, who's really good in what he does. He says the other one is a good craftsman. He knows his stuff really well, and he became famous because of it. And other craftsmen and people, they have a jealousy and they hate him because of it. Because they think that this guy is stealing their parnasa. Okay, so that's the second one. The second one is a craftsman who's doing something, and they think that this guy, because he's better than them, can take their parnasa. Okay. Gimel. The third one, he says in Gimel, is that his friend gets more honor than him, and it's difficult to see how they give him so much honor. But even though he runs after the honor, the honor is running away from him. And instead of the honor, it causes him embarrassment. And so he ends up hating the other person that has that honor with a tremendous hate. Dalet. Sometimes his friend has, just good behavior, good midot. And everybody they like him, they praise him. But you know the guy personally. The guy's got none of those traits at all. And because of that, he has a bad eye on his friend. Says these four things are the ones that cause sinat chinam. But really, the foundation of all these four things are really, it's sheker, it's untruthfulness. And you shouldn't hate your friends for these four reasons. Why? Against the first reason, because you hate someone because he's wealthy. God gives people money for two main reasons. God knows that this guy, he's really a good person and a merciful person. And the wealth that God will give him, this guy's going to go out with his money, give it to aniyim, the people that have bitterness in their heart, that need the money. And this guy, he's really, he's a gizbar, he's managing the money to give it out. So he gives it out to the aniyim. And that type of process that exists is good for the person. Then sometimes there's wealth to a person that's there for him in order to destroy him. The guy is filled with all types of of sins. וגם עשה איזה מצוות. Even though he did some mitzvot, ופיכך הקדוש ברוך הוא משלם לו שכר מצוותיו בעולם הזה כדי להורידו מן העולם הבא. But he's got a couple of mitzvot. So God says, you know what, clean him up whatever he's got, give him whatever he can take in this world, and we'll handle the avonot and hata'im in the next world. בסוף הדבר שיכלה עושרו בעניין רע. And at the end, his wealth will end in an inyan ra, in a bad way. באופן זה הוא לרעתו של האדם. How else is it to the detriment of a person? וכשיתבונן האדם בזה יראה בעצמו שאין לשנוא את חברו על עושרו. When a person knows this, you shouldn't hate his friend for wealth. כי אין במה להתקנא בו. What are you jealous about him for? דלהשיג עושר באופן הטוב, הלא רואה כי איננו זוכה לכך. ואם היה לו עושר, בוודאי לא היה מתנהג עם ממונו כהוגן בענייני צדקה וחסד עם עניים. It could be that if this guy that is jealous on his friend that has the money, if he had the money, he might not be that merciful person. And he might not do the things in the way of the tzedakah that the other person's doing. Often sheni, in another way, halo bevadai en lehitkaneh. Why should you not be jealous? Kishevivada lo ki im hu ochel et haolam haba shelo po ba'olam hacholef. That if the person only's got a few mitzvot and God is cleaning him out of all the zichuyot in this world, the world that goes by very quickly, it seemingly would be a waste. וכבר אמרו חז"ל באבות ד' י' ז' יפה שעה אחת של קורת רוח בעולם הבא מכל חיי העולם הזה. So יפה שעה אחת של קורת רוח בעולם הבא. It's beautiful, one moment of the wind of olam haba mikol chaye haolam hazeh, from everything that exists in this world. That's just the wind of olam haba. There's a whole discussion if olam haba is Gan Eden and Yemot HaMashiach. That's a whole other discussion of how the Hachamim use different terminology and what they actually mean. But just know, for whatever is olam haba, that wind of olam haba is better than everything that's here in this world. That because of this, it's just not appropriate to hate your friend for these things. Against the second reason that we said, so this other guy is a better craftsman than you. He knows his trade well, he does it well, and you think that he's going after your money because of it. That a person cannot touch anything that belongs to his friends, even to a hair's breadth. Wow, it's unbelievable. And whatever you have to get through your work, you'll do it without heavy and hard work. Anything that God is going to give you, nobody else can take it. The moment that you know that no one can take anything that is truly yours, it's not humanly possible that someone can take something that is yours, then what are you hating him for? That means you believe that he can take something that's yours, that God's not in control. He says that you shouldn't believe that. His friend gets more honor. That really that person deserves that honor. It says in Shmuel Aleph Bet Dash Lamed, those that honor me, I will honor. And if he was not an honorable person in the eyes of the place, which is Hamakom, it's God, who is in all places, he wouldn't be honorable in the eyes of people. And because of it, he's causing to himself embarrassment. And all of the embarrassment you want to see on your friend that's getting that honor, it will come onto him. And the same measure that you want for your friend, they'll end up being measured on you. Wow. And against the fourth reason, that he has better midot, better character traits and virtues than his friend. Hu shtut gadol. It's a big stupidity. Keme'en kamahu. That's none like it. Kima Hashem habero. What did your friend do wrong here? Im hanano Hashem bimnot tovot. If God gave him good midot, ufadai zacha min hashamayim lazeh. He did some zechut to get those midot. Ubeofen kazeh en shum sad siba lisno'oto. How could you hate someone for that? He's a good guy. He's got good character traits, no flaws. You're going to hate him for that? Hayotzim b'devarenu comes from these words. Hazanu al kol hasibot hanizkarot, be explained all of the reasons. Ve'im rak yitbonen ha'adam hetev b'devarenu elle u'ma'aminu b'devrei Hazal. If you believe in these words and you believe in the Devrei Chachamim, az yivakach be'atzmo ki achshav ve'hevel kol ta'anotav, that all of the reasons are lies and nonsense. There's no reason to hate your other Jewish friend. Okay, so that's Perek Gimel. Tomorrow B'li Neded. In the coming days we'll continue Perek Dalet. Baruch Adonai le'olam, amen v'amen.